Hello and welcome to my video. My name is Dan, and in this video I'm gonna teach you how you can add localization into your game very quickly and easily with minimal coding. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to Pudding Entertainment. This tutorial is based on his codes, so with minor modifications, so it at least fit for my project. So if you want to read more about his codes and how he explains every single line of codes, and I'll leave a link down below in the descriptions so you can read his docs here. Else, if you want to, you can go into my GitHub and you can download this project. You'll start off with this, and I will go through step by step how we adding new languages and how we add new text that will be translated in our three languages that we're going to be going through. And lastly, I'm gonna go through what scripts you need where and what files you need where, so that you can make this work in your project if you already started. Okay? So if we press play now, then we will see we have an empty line, and we are not allowed to have empty lines in this, and I'll explain why later. Let's try again. Cool, now it works. So we have English and Danish right now, and if we leave it at Danish, we go out and we go in again, it should start up in Danish. And the same if we go to English, go out, go in, it will start up in English. And this is because the codes function that way, that it will load up the last language it was on before it terminates. Okay? So we're gonna go through how we add a new language now, and to do this we're gonna click on one of the buttons, Control D, drag it up out here, and for funsies we're gonna add the German flag in here because we're gonna add German to this. Okay, and we're gonna go here to our language solver, and then we're gonna change to German. If you wanted it to be another language, go to language solver, and then you scroll down, you will see that we have change to English, change to Danish, change to German, change to Spanish. In reality, for example, if you want Russian, you can just, well, let's actually copy paste this, and then instead of Spanish we write Russian. And since we're using the system language, we can just write Russian here. And from now on, it will be, this method will change our language to Russian. But since I don't speak neither Spanish or Russian, I'm just gonna stick with German, Danish, and English. So I have already cheated a bit. I already have a German text file. But if you do not have a German text file, or you wanted to try another language, then you just need to make a new text file and call it the appropriate language, and then you're ready for the next step. So if you go to the welcome, you'll see that we have some text here, and the same in the long text. These do not matter, these are just there when in the editor when we're not playing. What matters is this long text here in our lang text file that we call identifier. And that is because if we go here, you will notice we have what we just saw in our identifier, welcome and long text. So identifiers are there to help us tell the computer what they need to output, which is after the equal sign here. And we have this in all the languages, welcome equals something, and the same with long text. So basically we're telling what it should be outputting depending on what language we're in. So if we want to, let's say that we want to make a new text, Control D, let's call this text 3, and let's call the identifier text 3. Then if we go back to our text files, let's call it, we call it text free. We can say 1, 2, 3, my name is Dan. Then we do the same in Danish. Text free, I got 1, 2, 3, mit navn er Dan. And same in German. I don't actually know how to say this, so sorry for everybody who knows German. Meinen Namen sind Dan. I think it is in German. If we press play now, it should pop up. 1, 2, 3, my name is Dan. 1, 2, 3, mit navn er Dan. 1, 2, 3, meinen Namen sind Dan. Fantastic, it works. So now we have learned how to add language and add text. And if you want to add more text, then basically you just do the same. You make a new text game object. You attach the, make sure that there's a lang text script on it, and you make an identifier. And then you go into your text scripts for all the languages you have. Make sure you have the identifier and the output in all the languages you need in all the text files. So in this case, Danish, English, German. If you have 5 languages, then make sure you do it in all 5 text files, yeah? So this is basically how you add a new language and add new text localization, sorry, into your game project. Pain-free and easy. So assuming that you're already done with your project and you wanna transfer this over to your project, you're gonna have 3 scripts that needs to be in your project. We have the lang text, which you need to attach to all the text game objects that you want to be translated. So in this case, it would be this welcome, this long text, and text free. Then you need to have lang resolve, and so basically just make an empty game object and just add a lang resolver in and call it lang resolver. Lastly, we have lang button, and this you just need to add to all the buttons you use to change languages, like we did with the English, Danish, and German button. Then we have the pref folder. It just needs to be in the script folder. It doesn't need to be inside the project. Besides that, you need in your assets folder, you need to make a folder called lang. In the folder, you need to have resources. In that folder, you need lang files, and that is actually very important because that's how putting into the team and put his codes in. In here, in the folder lang files, we just have our text files that we the text file for our languages. So if you have 4 languages that happens to be Danish, English, German, Spanish, then just name it appropriately and then add the identifiers and the outputs as we talked about before. Else, that's pretty much how you add language and and add localization to your game. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any problems or something seems confusing, or maybe I didn't explain it properly, then feel free to ask a question in comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I see it. And else, I really hope that this tutorial adds value to your game, commercial or not. I hope this is helpful, and if it was helpful, then I would greatly appreciate if you would like to support me by leaving a like and subscribe to my channel. And else, I hope I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care, stay safe, and have a nice day.